So that was interesting clips for the Izmail. So let's take a look at the commander build I'm using for the Izmail. Not one for the innocents because I don't like brawler, especially tier 5. The higher the tier, the worse it is. Crisscross, you need this for the extra turning. Collective labour is what I pick, but volunteer would be not a bad choice if you have Kedrov leveled up a bit more than I do. That way you get the extra repair damage control party, which would always be nice. Then, of course, Master Mechanic, because the minuscule range increase isn't worth it for Master Mechanic, and then running Will to rebuild. So, inspiration, I actually like Reynard Shear for the reduction of fire chance and damage control reload, which is always nice. Since when you're in an Izmail, the only problem in an Izmail is being set on fire, because the armor scheme when you're angled is nigh impenetrable. So, let's look at the stats and stuff on the ship. Izmail's greatest strength and its greatest weakness is its broadside. This thing has 12 guns of very high pen and very good damage. These things are powerful and these guns are not to be underestimated. Angled correctly, as I've said before, almost impenetrable. Now, I do say this, you will take some ship damage, but compared to any other battleship in the game, when you angle, at least at tier 5, at least up to tier 5, this thing is very, very, very tanky. These things, Russian battleships, definitely a good idea to go by one for most of them, except the Sinop. The main problem with the Izmail that people seem to have, I believe, is timing and patience. Now, to move your attention towards the game, I see this Fuso, he sees me, alright, need to pick my time wisely, alright, fire my broadside off there, turn hard to port, slow down my speed, look at that, 14k done to him, almost nothing to me, minor chip damage because I managed to angle in time. If I was too late with that, that could have been a Citadel, that could have been something bad for me, but this was minor chip damage, nothing really wrong, I'm still very healthy, I could heal up if I wanted to. So Fuso is again keeping the broadside, which is always nice, but I gotta be careful, so fire, alright, as soon as I fire, lock my guns, turn, avoid showing that broadside. Alright, not a great salvo, but it will do. It's a free shot, I'm always happy with that. So, thinking about when can I open up my angle. This Trento, I believe, is giving me smoke. So, not very helpful since it's a plane, but I do appreciate the gesture. I think he's doing it for himself though. Oh, he's gonna... Okay. Right. Well, that was very short-lived. That was a nice free smoke screen for the enemy. Alright, let's see. Alright, we have an Algerie about one. That is a great target. Ah, there we go. That's satisfying. Right, hopefully whoever's behind me can actually do something. Right, got a Fiji pushing into flankers at the minute. Well, I would love to shoot him. Right, doesn't look. He's hesitant to move there, so I think I'm going to finish off the Fiji if no one else does. There's a perfectly broadside Fuso. Oh, it's so tempting. Okay, finish off the Algerie. I think that's the best bet right now. Right, I need to avoid getting torpedoed by the Fiji. That's the next biggest threat. Fuso's trying, but as I'm by one, he cannot do anything tangible to me whatsoever. Alright. Fiji is trying his YOLO run. Oh, he's assigned to smoke up. Okay. See, even slightly angled against the Fiji, nothing back. Now, I know where he is. I'm gonna pick the right moment. Did it mention that, these guns are accurate? Yeah, so. Russian guns, the closer you get, the more accurate they are. So, you want to get medium to close range engagements, but you gotta be, obviously, because you have that race Citadel, you need to be picking the right engagement to push, and you need to be engaging only a couple ships, one or two ships at a time. You need to maintain this angle, and torpedoes are, of course, your biggest threat because You may have this armor that is now impenetrable when angled properly. That's the nice one there. He just keeps giving broadside. I'm happy to oblige him. But torpedoes to hurt. Always these. That's the main big counter to these Russian battleships. Besides giving broadside. So yeah, if you think about the right time to give the broadside, right time to angle, and you're picking the right targets to shoot to minimise the amount of damage you can take, you can see what happens. That's 112,000 in the first 4 minutes of the game there. It's just Izmail what's left. You've got a sin up here, that is a big concern. 16-inch guns always hurt. So let's finish capping off the objective with our friendly cruiser, it seems like. Okay, there we go. Now, looks like the other side had been doing a bit less favourable than we have. So, one good thing about the Synop is actually quite quick. 28 knots for a battleship is always nice. At tier 5 in particular. Usually they're very hulky and slow. The concealment, very good as well. Around about 13 kilometers, very close to the Julius Caesar. So that detection helps you get closer. Just as base. If you want to get close, you want to get medium to close range. But I would prefer to go medium range. If the guns behave, and what do you call it? You can kind of brawl. Not full on brawling, but you can brawl. You don't want to be jousting other ships, as you saw before. It can be very bad if you don't do it right. So you need to pick your right games. Synop is just the same weakness as I do. If you get broadside in that thing, you can get sent back to port. He is slightly angled though, so... And he's quite far away as well. He's at the edge of my range, which means the accuracy and the pen is going to struggle a little bit. Not by much, but a little bit. Russian shells do maintain a velocity, so it does make aiming much easier. But you need to be just a bit more careful about shooting targets from range. They tend to disperse and the damage doesn't seem to be as great. Anyway, broadside Synop. I think he's slightly angled though. We'll fire anyway, because that's the best target we have at the minute. Alright. 5 pens there. No Citadel, unfortunately. Probably because of the range and his slight angle. No, he's not even going to angle at this point, but we'll see. Maybe we can punish that a bit more. So we're just waiting on the reload. Izmail reload is quite long. This thing, it also means you got Pikachu up its count, but fortunately because you're Russian, you have incredibly good accuracy. So let's give it a go. Ah, there we go, that's always nice. As I said, you give broadside to any Russian boat, or any Russian battleship, and you get punished for that. Guns can be a problem getting taken out, so make sure to aim away from your target after you fire to reduce the chance of losing your gun turrets. Alright, the Nuremberg there, I was kind of worried about him. Thought he was going to YOLO rush me, and that would have been a short replay, but he decided to run away licking his wounds after killing my friendly battleship, I think. Yes. So, as you see, even a Synop, when I'm bowing like this, doing minimal damage, bouncing my shots, bouncing against me. You see the difference there. He's going bowing. He is a Synop, and that is the special case that you can punch through the nose with 16-inch guns. Unfortunately for me, I don't have 16-inch guns. So, I've got my front turret ready soon. I can always fire that. I'll give it a go for the nose. No, okay, 2 bounces. It's got to be 16-inch ones. So this is where patience comes in. Need to pick his time. I know he's fired, so I can expose a little bit broadside, get these salvos going. A respectable chunk of damage for superstructure. Do my best to angle back up in time so he doesn't hurt me. That was a secondary shot. I get quite mixed up and intense in this fight, and I don't realise the point difference we have. We're about to 1 points. So, thinking about it, I've got to stay angled on the Synop. Eventually I'll outrun him with my front gun turret, or I might give him the broadside just so I can finish him off with my guns. But we reach 1,000 points. That's game ended there, so let's see what we had here. We had 158,000 damage, 7 citadels, only 2 kills, capture point, dreadnought, high caliber and devastating strike. Experience wise, top of the team with nearly 3k base XP. So to conclude, if you play the Russian battleships, the Izmail to its strength, you use your armour right and don't give the broadside, you can have exceptional games. These Russian boats are borderline overpowered when you play them right, and useless when you don't. So hope this helps, and I'll catch you next time.